All right. I think we're live.
All right. What's up, everyone? I'm Bobby.
What's up? What's up, everybody? I'm Matt. And yeah, so we figured we're two long-suffering Sixers fans. So we figured we would just do this as much as we can, just go live 15, 30 minutes before every Sixers game, give our predictions, our picks, and just see where, and then check out the Plus EV page, see what positive plays there are. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, we've suffered along with them for many years, so hopefully trying to win some money off of them. If they're not going to, satisfy us on the court, at least maybe they can
satisfy our bankroll.
Yeah, satisfy our bankroll. That would be nice.
Yeah, exactly. But before we get started, I think one of the most important things you could do to make money as a sports bettor is just be signed up with as many sports books as you can. So definitely check out all the links in the description of the YouTube page. It's definitely just, like I said, easiest way to continue to make money is just have as many sports books as possible, because then you're always going to be, finding the best lines, shopping for the best lines, all that stuff.
Yep. And new ones are coming on all the time. So check in with OddsJam often. They'll keep you posted on what's new in your area.
Yeah, that's true. Singles near you want to meet? Cool. All right. Well, let's get into it. Let me share my screen. Yeah. And we have a wonderful game between the Magic and the Sixers to talk about tonight. I believe this one's in Philly, right?
Yeah, in Philly.
Yeah, at the Wells Fargo Center, where normally they're pretty good, but this year they actually kind of suck in Philly.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. It makes no sense. I don't know. I mean, we all know everyone besides Embiid is kind of soft as tissue paper. So maybe
that's true. Well, the fans boo. It's really disrespectful. I think. Exactly. They're trying their hardest out there. I just don't think that there should be any booing.
Yeah, we need to feel bad for them.
Yeah, exactly. But obviously, Sixers heavy favorites. I'm not really seeing any value on the line. I don't know if you want to take that minus 770 money line on the Sixers to win straight up.
No, no, I do not.
All right, so let's go to the spread, see what we got going on. So it looks like right now the lines are settling at Sixers minus 12. I am seeing some value on the Sixers aside from that total. Like, it looks like there's some value on them starting at like 9.5. Yep. A couple points at 10.5, 11.5. I think for me, I do think the Sixers, just to get a prediction out there, I do think they win and cover. I think that they're getting mostly their healthy guys back, right? I think only Matisse back?
According to the report on ESPN, Tease, Danny, and Shake are out.
Okay, so they're still out. But they got Maxey back. Obviously, they still got Embiid. Yep. I remember the last time these two teams played, the Magic were up by 11 in the third quarter, or 12 in the third quarter. Sixers ended up coming back and winning, but there was some fear there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Magic are missing MCW, Etuan Moore, and Wendell Carter. Yeah, I mean, Magic came back from a pretty long road trip. They had a meeting at Portland a couple of days ago, lost. They're kind of reeling. They're struggling to find, I think, their identity. Haven't really had any sort of streak of putting some good ball together. So I don't see them really figuring it out here in South Philly.
Yeah, I don't either. And the Sixers, they had that 7-game winning streak.
Yep.
And then they had a terrible loss to the Hornets. And then they won two pretty legit good wins, which you never see, back to back against the Celtics and the Heat. And then they follow that up with just a dumpster fire, horrible performance against the Wizards. So I feel like, they're kind of trending. All right, this is a bounce back game. They played a terrible Magic team. So I don't know. Sixers,
if they didn't lose to the Wizards, I'd be a little concerned about tonight.
Yeah,
that's the letdown spot, but I think that was a classic letdown spot. 2 big wins and then a 2 p.m. start on Monday. Not that I'm giving these guys any excuses, but we saw that letdown coming from a mile away. Yeah,
and of course the Wizards were out their head coach and their assistant head coach. So they're on their third string head coach. So the Sixers, I mean, it's a Doc Rivers special being like, our guys weren't prepared to play. Well, you're the coach. I mean, who prepares them?
I know.
So I'll put some lettuce on this Sixers minus 11.5. That seems like a solid 50 burger.
Okay.
What do you think? Let me go on my account and lock that in.
Yeah, I like that. And kind of, like you said, it's settling around 12.5, maybe 12, but what are you getting it at?
I'm getting it at 11.5 at minus 110.
Minus 110 on MGM. Yeah, that's a good one. I think getting that extra half a point in your favor will help. Never know what'll happen at the end of the game. But I think this is one of those, hopefully rest Embiid last few minutes of the fourth quarter. I don't really see the Magic putting together some good basketball, and especially with the defense that Sixers have been showing.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, we're in. My bet has been placed. That's one thing I love about like using OddsJam is the line settled on Sixers -12, and it's -110 on most places. I get that extra half point at BetMGM. That's what makes it a plus EV play. So
that's the same value. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some books are slow to react, and OddsJam will keep you posted on all that.
Yeah, I love it. Cool. All right, so first play, Sixers -11.5. Let's go to the total. I haven't looked at this. In my head, I just feel like every Sixers game should go under because it's so it's disgusting watching them play offense. But let's see if there's any. So right now the total looks like it's settling on
214.
Yeah, 213.5, 214, 214.5. Funny enough, it looks like the value is trending towards the over on this one.
If I'm looking at some of their recent games, they've all kind of settled right around there, around that 215 mark. Not really, even actually below if I'm looking at both of their games, the Sixers and Magic. So yeah, I don't know if I love the over. You said there's some value there, but
yeah, that might just be a no touch. I mean, like a little bit of value. I mean, at like over 213, OddsJam perfect line has it at -116. You can get it at -110 on WinBet. Yeah. I mean, not a ton there. That's about what I had on the Sixers covering, but I was way more confident in that in this game going over.
Yeah, I think if you're predicting, it's a large line, right? 11.5. If you're predicting that, I don't love touching the point spread at the same time, just because you never know what'll happen at the end of the game. If you have the under, the Magic will probably go on a run and push it over. If you have the over, they'll probably just rest and stink it up towards the end of the game and go under. So I think in a slot fest kind of game, I don't like touching the point spread.
Yeah, that's a good point, especially in one where like it could be garbage time starting in the fourth quarter. So like defenses just aren't gonna try, or teams just won't be able to score. But my general rule of thumb is like depending on the matchup, I kind of love to take the under in big games because like people are just I'm gonna watch this game. Let me bet the over. So I think there's always value on that. But in this game, where I think we'll be the only two people in the world watching.
I think that's the biggest thing I've learned since using OddsJam is that the public loves the over. Over is usually very inflated, so you'll get some really good value on unders.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so as of right now, for those of you people are just tuning in right now, their only play is the Sixers -11.5, which I got on BetMGM at -110 odds. So we did the three main lines: money line, point spread, total points. What do you think? We should go to the positive EV page, see if there are any plays there, or are there any specific markets you wanted to look at before we checked out that page?
Yeah, one more market I was looking at was Embiid rebounds. I don't know if it made the EV page, but I did see some good value there. If we go to,
let's look at Joel Embiid. So it looks like total, looks like it's 10 at 10.5.
At 10.5. Perfect line has it at 127. Barstool and all of those books have it at 109 for me.
Ooh, I like that. I have that too. And that's perfect because it's also within the market width. It's like only 23 points market width between like perfect line, over and under, and all that stuff. Cool. I like that.
Exactly. All right.
What's the bankroll we're putting on that one?
Let me see. I think that's a 40 burger.
40 burger? All right.
Yeah.
Let me log in. Username Modizzle Classic. All right. Hopefully my location doesn't. I always sometimes have random issues with my location. But yeah, all right. So Embiid over 10.5, -109. Location verified. We're in. All right. Oh my God, it's in. All right. 40 burger. Let's lock this puppy in.
He's going to
I totally took the wrong one. I definitely took the wrong one. Well, let's hope that hits too. I took Franz Wagner.
What was it over?
Over 4.5. So let's hope that hits.
Who's guarding the guy like? I guess I'll be Toby on him.
Yeah, let's look at his stats.
While we're at it, never thought we'd be on Franz Wagner stats today, but
he averages 4.7. let's see. He's gone over 4.5. What, that's at 4 out of the past 5 times. I think that's a great sharp play that I definitely meant to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Franz Wagner over 4.5 rebounds, lock of the century.
Yep.
But the real play, so we get Embiid over 10.5. So yeah, that's some solid plus EV. Let's look at just curious. So what the VIG on that one, minus 127, minus 104. Let's just look at the VIG just so we can see like minus 127, minus 104. So the true line on that is exactly 109. So that's the one where we beat the closing line value on that one.
Yep.
By a little bit. That's the name of the game. So
that's what it'll take. That's the process to follow.
Yeah. Let me go back to the Sixers. Well, I guess while I'm pulling that up, we can just any plus EV plays that we wanted to dial in on. So let me refresh the plus EV page. I have it just a search for saying Sixers, so I don't have to scroll through all this. Looks like there are 8 plays. The first one being Tobias Harris over 3.5 assists.
Tobias Harris over 3.5 assists. So again, no Shake, no Danny, no Tease.
Yes, yes, Maxey, none of those players.
Right.
What? So the OddsJam perfect line has that price. That is within market with, has that priced at minus 115. So Caesars has that at plus 105. So for me, that's about a 50 burger, 4.96% of the bankroll. I've actually already locked that in, as you can see by the check mark here. But yeah, I like it. I mean, Tobias Harris, I feel like he's kind of in the Ben Simmons role, where you can count on him to not show up against good teams, and you can count on him to show up against bad teams. Like who like the Magic suck. Who is going to guard Tobias on the Magic?
Right. I would think it's Franz.
Yeah, I guess he's not a terrible defender, but their team defense is so bad.
Yeah, and you got to think, working a high-low with Embiid, who's going to just put the work on Mo Bamba. I would imagine he'll get a couple assists there. I mean, you got to think a guy like Maxey's been lighting it up from the 3. He had a good stretch the other day from 3. So that
hit 5, right?
I think he hit 5. Yeah,
they
were good threes. I mean, that was, as any Sixers fan would love to see that. If you could step up in that role, but
yeah, that would be huge. That would be huge.
He gets a couple to Embiid. He sneaks a couple to Maxey on the wing for 3. I think this is a good play.
Yeah, I like it. So yeah, I've already locked that in, but we'll add that to our card. So right now we have Sixers minus 11.5, Embiid over 10.5. If you want to throw some on Franz over 4.5, you can. And then we're adding Tobias over assists. That's funny. Normally, like you said, the plays generally trend towards the under, but it looks like this is a game where the over is in play, which is kind of funny. So let's scroll down. Next one, we got Gary Harris under 11.5 points. So that does fit the market with. It's about 20 points. The OddsJam perfect line has that at minus 137. On BetMGM and DraftKings, you can get that at minus 115. I don't know. I kind of like that one.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's one of those plays, Gary Harris, I can't say I know the full scouting report on a Gary Harris, which is why I look to OddsJam to tell me.
Yeah, let's look at his stats.
What's been at here?
So last time he played the Sixers, he scored 10 points. Dude shoots a lot of threes, which is not what I was expecting. Only at a 35% rate. Yeah, I mean, I guess the question is, who's going to guard him? So that's probably going to be Seth, right? They'll probably hide Seth on Gary Harris, so maybe that could be a game. But, I mean, for players like Gary Harris, who jacks up a ton of threes but can't shoot, is going to have to drive. And then when he has to drive, he's just like Embiid's going to be sitting there in the paint.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't hate this one, but that kind of feels like a no touch for me.
Yeah.
We could probably limit this to just people we know, like the Sixers. So this one, Mo Bamba, will skip. Embiid, all right. If Embiid over, I mean, that's obvious. You got to take it.
If he's on the EV page, I'm taking him every time.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you want to just want to laugh, look at his. So he scored. Look at his stats. He's gone over 30 points, and like, what's that? Like 10 out of his last 11 games. The only game
10 out of 11. Yeah, and of course the one he didn't was the one to break the record.
Sixers
I know. Record. Yeah,
of course, because they took him out. They literally took him out early.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I thought they would leave him in to get the record, but I guess not. I know a lot of people. My friend was pissed that they didn't leave him in for that.
Yeah, I mean, this has got to be a mixed slam. So like right now it says 3.35 bucks, for me, $35, 3.5% of your bankroll. This might be just a mixed slam.
Yep.
I think I need to put money in FanDuel.
I
So
love
maybe
that was my problem with Barstool.
I'll do that on a separate page, so no one needs to see my bank account info. But yeah, I like adding that one to our play. I mean, backing Embiid seems like
exactly.
seems like smart play. Over
Yeah.
28.5 points. He's gone over 30. Like we said, 10 out of the last 11. I do think there's like, what Embiid went through that phase where he was just like trolling every center.
Yeah, that's right.
It was like
he was doing like a revenge tour of all centers.
Yeah. It was like Drummond. It was
Yep.
Cat.
Cat.
It
I was going to
was
say Cat.
Hassan Whiteside.
Yep. He loves Whiteside.
Dude, he would. Yeah, I forget who else it was, but one of those players that Embiid sneaky loves to just annihilate is Mo Bamba.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you remember this back in like the Drew Hanlon days when the nerd would just like post their workout videos. Mo Bamba also used to work out with Drew Hanlon, so they would like work out together over the summer.
Yeah, and I feel like he fuels all. Like other guys would stay away from trolling guys that they know, but I feel like Embiid goes even harder against those
That's
guys.
His favorite thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Embiid over 28.5. Yeah. And that'll be another 50 burger for me. I know technically it's above, but backing my guy Embiid. He's on my fantasy team. I've just been riding him on a hot streak.
Love that.
Perfect. So that's our third play of the game?
Third play.
All right, let's see what else we got. No, skip that. Skip that. Seth Curry looks like it's under 15.5 points. It is within market width. This one's like a little bit of a smaller play, something we put like probably 10, 15, $20 on.
Right. Nice $20. So you don't have Fox Bet in your
not. So I'm in Virginia. You're in Pennsylvania.
I'm in Pennsylvania. Fox Bet has Tyrese Maxey over 1.5 threes at plus 110. The perfect line is minus 109.
I like that. Let me look at.
Yeah. Let me go lock that in right now on my phone. Let's see how much it'll say for me.
Let me go to player threes. Maybe I can get that at not as plus money or not as positive EV, but
yeah.
Let's see. Tyrese Maxey. What was it? Over 1.5?
Over 1.5 threes.
And you got that at?
I got it at, let me see. Plus 110 on Fox Bet.
Darn. It's
gone already.
No, I don't have it. I don't have anything for plus money.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, yeah. Oh well. Maybe I'll take over 2.5. I mean, yeah. I like Tyrese. Like Embiid basically just bullied him into shooting.
I know it worked.
But it worked. It literally worked. Like so,
it worked. That was insane.
So he hit 5 against the Nets. Then he missed 4 games. Hit 2 against the Hornets. Hit 5 against the Celtics, but that was incredible. Okay. So the 5. I thought it was against the Heat. It was against the Celtics, and then he hit 1 against the Heat, 0 against the Wizards. This feels like a game he's going to come out firing. I feel like you can.
I think so too.
You can trust Maxey. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get that one, but I think that's a great play. Locking it on your phone, I love it.
I'm on it.
And then so the last plus EV page play is a Seth Curry under 15.5 points. Let's look. I feel like Seth Curry's had been hit or miss. Let's look at his stats.
He's very hit or miss. I think he's one of those guys. I think he's always around. I feel like you'd walk out of a game and be like, oh, he probably had a great stat sheet because he's always kind of flying around the court, putting up shots. But sometimes I think the stat sheet doesn't match what he's doing on the court.
Yeah, and he feels like a guy who he's like one of the most aggravating Sixers where he'll go the first quarter, he'll make his first 3 threes and then he'll shoot 2 the rest of the game. And you're like, why did you just randomly stop shooting?
I know. I don't know if these guys, you probably know why. It's probably your boy getting in his ear.
Embiid?
No, Doc.
Oh, you mean his father-in-law?
His father-in-law. He just doesn't let these guys ride out the hot hand. I don't know if they're just afraid to get benched or I don't know what it is, but it just seems like these guys are just afraid to take the game, by the horns.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely a Doc thing. He's like, oh, you were on a hot streak, hit 3 straight threes. All right, time for you to sit on the bench.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I like Seth. This is probably no touch for me. I feel like if Seth's going to blow up, it would be against a bad team like the Magic. Like last time they played, he had 20 points. Of course, 3 of 5 from 3. He should have shot more. Last game, 0 of 2 against the Wizards. So, if before that, he had gone over the 15.5, so he's probably due. It's probably a no touch for me.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so we went through the plus EV page. I feel like, are there any plays that you think might be a good play that didn't quite make the page that you wanted to highlight?
No, I think we hit all mine that I was looking at.
Okay, yeah, there are two I wanted to look at. Like, backing Tobias in a game where they play a shitty team seems like a good play to me. So I just wanted to check out his points and rebounds mainly. I guess, and we already took his assists.
We already took his assists, right? I wish they had first half stats for player props.
Oh, that would be
every
amazing.
first half over for Tobias.
I know. Can I take a fourth quarter under?
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. Yeah, unfortunately, so it looks like the under is actually what's in play here. Which, I mean, like, fading Tobias, never a bad play, but I'll.
Yeah, like we've kind of gone into it from the beginning, saying this is probably a game where he would fill up a stat sheet, like a stat sheet game for him.
Yeah, so the point total is probably a no touch. So let me check out his rebounds, and then after that we can just wrap things up.
Right.
So Tobias Harris rebounds looks like the total is at about 7.5 or 6.5. So the OddsJam perfect line has it at 6.5. There's nothing for 7.5. I mean, over 7 on WinBet isn't terrible because, like, getting it at plus 100. So if
Plus
it just
money
barely hits the over 6.5, because like the OddsJam perfect line has over 6.5 at minus 148. So you would imagine over 7 as well, like minus 130, something like that.
Yeah, you would think so.
All right, I'll put a little bit on that. Why not?
All right. Just poking around, kind of one of my favorite things to do pre-game. Poke around the gem site, looking at points, rebounds, assists.
Ooh.
We have Embiid over 43.5, minus 115 at Barstool and MGM. Perfect line, minus 134.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Ooh, I get that at minus 110 on PointsBet.
Ooh, right. Yeah, lock that.
I'm going to replace my Tobias play.
There you go.
I mean, Embiid's going to hit that with his points and rebounds. Doesn't even need the assist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
It's a big
what's this, a 50 burger?
Up here.
Sorry, what'd you say?
It's a big Embiid game coming up here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right. How do I get to points, rebounds? Oh, multi-stats? No.
I don't have PointsBet.
How do I get – let me just – give me points, rebounds, assists. Here's assists and rebounds. Here's points and rebounds. I mean, I don't see points, rebounds, assists.
I feel like that's one of those stats, again, why I love to have OddsJam up, because they're all –
Never would have thought – oh, here we go. You never would have thought of it.
Yeah.
All right. Yep, I found it.
All right.
So, yeah, I love that. That's a great play. I mean, like, again, we can go over and beat stats. He's putting up 30. He just wakes up and puts up 30 and 10. Rolls out of bed,
rolls out of bed, 30 and 10.
Cool. All right. I love that one. All right. So, yeah, I mean, overall, Sixers should get this dub tonight, so they probably won't, and they'll probably make us sweat it out knowing the Sixers.
Oh, absolutely. There will be no going to bed early tonight. Yeah.
Ooh, this is a hell of a plus EV play. Yusuf Nurkic under 0.5 blocks against the Heat.
Yeah, the 0.5 blocks. I love those.
I know.
They make you sweat a little bit, but
because they're always crazy plus money. Like, look at Miles Bridges plus 175. Shea plus 150.
Who's Miles Bridges blocking?
He just dunks. That's all he does.
Yeah, exactly.
He just dunks. All right, so we'll wrap this up. We appreciate everybody who tuned in. Just to give a recap on the plays. So we had Sixers minus 11.5. Mm-hmm. We had Embiid over 10.5 rebounds. We had Tobias over 3.5 assists.
Yep.
And we had Embiid over 43.5 points, rebounds, assists. What I miss?
Maxey over 1.5 threes.
Oh yeah, because I wasn't able.
If you can get it at plus money.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. Anything, the OddsJam perfect line had it at like right around plus 110, plus 100, something like that. So if you can get that at plus money, I think that's a great play.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, before we wrap up, like I said, just wanted to, like I said at the beginning, just wanted to reiterate that everybody should definitely sign up at the links in the description you see here on YouTube. the more sports books you have, the more plus EV plays you're going to have. So it's just easier. And other than that, yeah, it's like off to you, Bobby. Any parting words?
No parting words. Head over to oddsjam.com to check out the site. And if you have any questions, they have a chatbot email up there. They'll answer your questions. And, I think we've both been in the green working with OddsJam. So definitely check it out.
Yeah, it's been nice. It's been nice. Cool. Well, all right, that's it. So everybody, happy betting, happy watching, and we'll talk to you next time.
Go Sixers.
Peace. Go Sixers.